Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción, yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero, Money work. Se arregla con dinero, Money work. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes. Lunático.
Guys, this is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing, breaking news, the greatest news channel for boxing news, real boxing news we're going to talk about here this morning. This is a live show for you guys to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. We in the comment section, I'm going to post a StreamYard link for you guys to click to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. It is there. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to adjust something here real quick. 1 moment. I have bad eyesight. I got to blow things up a little bit before I can see them. And also, too, here this morning, not only can you, the live show is for you guys as a community to come on to share your thoughts on boxing, however you feel about whatever boxing you want to talk about. All the current events about Terrence Bud Crawford on his team, saying that they want $100 million for the Canelo Alvarez fight. Can't blame them. Past time they only got paid maybe like what, 50 million roughly in that area from different rumors, and Canelo probably made 150 million. We're going to get into that a little bit this morning. So whatever you like to share, you can come on live. And also too, today I did add as well, we have a new call-in number as well, where you guys can call in live to share your thoughts on boxing. Give me 1 second. I'll move this from the comments. I'm going to show you the phone number, guys, and I'm going to shout it out to you. If you guys can't see it, you can call in live as well. Give me 1 second. I'm getting used to the changes they made on StreamYard, all the new updates. The number's down below. That's not it. Give me 1 second. Here's a phone number. The phone, I don't got the number memorized, but the number is 402-965-1030. If you'd like to call in, we could take your thoughts on whatever you want to talk about as far as boxing and other positive things as well. And if the sound is too loud, let me know. If the sound is too quiet, let me know. This is a live show for you guys. And the number there is the bottom of the screen, 402-965-1030. That's 402-965-1030. If you guys want to call in live, you can during the show. We're going to get into some of the news reports as well. I'll take that down for a moment, guys, so you guys can call in if you want. Okay. Yes. Okay. But also, it's a Cash App. Right there is the logo down below. We'll put that at the bottom. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so as well. Again, the StreamYard link to click to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing is right there. So this is the show for you guys this morning. I want to thank everybody for your support. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Okay, I appreciate it, guys. And then also, don't forget this morning to hit the like button. That way the algorithms lets YouTube know. We are on YouTube. We are on Rumble. We are on X, or formerly known as Twitter. We are on also Facebook here this morning. So hopefully we don't get kicked off of Facebook. Sometimes we get kicked off of Facebook. I'm rambling on this morning, but this is a live show. Tune in, guys. We're going to talk about some of the boxing news. I'm going to go through it, share your comments on screen as well. Let's get into some of what's happening in the boxing world here this morning as we pull this up. If I make any mistakes, we're still getting used to this again, guys, so that is okay. All right. Give me one moment as we were still here, okay? The first thing they're going to talk about today in boxing, they're saying if Fury ducks Joshua, gets Wardley, and that's a nightmare fight. That's one of the headlines. We might talk about that. Jai Apataya stuck fighting Sin Cara while champions vanish. We might mention that here this morning as well. Some other things. Fury posts Wilder draw clip forgetting he was out cold in round number 12. Okay. Let's go to the one main thing we want to talk about. Since this fight is coming up this weekend, we're going to talk about Pitbull Cruz and also Lamont Roach, and we'll get into that. All right, guys. One moment. Already making some mistakes here this morning. Go. All right. Second, guys. Okay, the first story today we're going to talk about is Roach promises war with Pitbull Cruz. He's the perfect dance partner. Some people saying weapons if Lamont Roach gets knocked out by Pitbull Cruz. I don't know, but we'll find out this weekend. Also, we're going to talk about the price for the pay-per-view for this weekend's fight between Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz. Lamont Roach, guys, is excited about his fight this Saturday against WBC interim light welterweight champion Isaac Pitbull Cruz. he's got the opportunity to headline against Cruz, who is now 28 big wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, 18 KOs. After failing to get the win against Gervonta Davis earlier this year on March 1st. We go on to say that Roach, guys, who is now 25 big wins, 1 loss, two draws, and 10 KOs, says he likes the idea of fighting Pitbull Cruz because someone that he won't have to go looking for. Cruz will be coming at him the entire time, looking to slug it out. Now, Roach isn't a big puncher, but likes to brawl anyway. That almost got him in trouble against Hector Luis Garcia in their fight in 2023. Roach squeaked by with the 12-round split decision. Pitbull Cruz is a better puncher than Garcia, and it wouldn't be a shock if he wins on Saturday, some people are saying. Right now, Lamont Roach believes he can walk on water after fighting Gervonta Tank Davis 12-round draw. Some people say that if it was ruled a knockdown when he took a knee, that he probably would have won that fight. But tell me what you guys think about that as well. But he may find out that Cruz is even tougher because he doesn't let up the way Tank does. I got something in my eye. I got to run to the corner. I got some hair gel or whatever in my eye. Remember that, guys. But seriously, now give me 1 second. I'm going to fix my sound a little bit. In 1 moment, and we'll get back into it. And let me know if the sound gets knocked out, guys. I need to know that as well. I can't hear now. I just took it out of my own earpiece for I can hear better. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, we still there? All right. Also, they go on. Cruz versus Roach is part of a stacked card on Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view from the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas this weekend. The price, guys, you ain't going to believe this. The price is $74.99. Who's all going to pay for that? I don't know. Somebody might steal a stream. I don't suggest supporting the boxers, supporting the fighters. Do not steal the stream or do pirating in any type of way. Saturday's Amazon pay-per-view main card is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the start time, guys. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Saturday's Amazon pay-per-view main card start time. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For you guys that didn't hear me, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Isaac Cruz versus Lamont Roach, Janabik El-Makanuli versus Arislanda Ilara, guys, and Oshaki Foster versus Stephen Fulton Jr. Jose Ramos Jr. versus Shane Mosley Jr. Prelim card. Guys, keep this in mind. The prelim card this Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have the prelim Frank Martin versus Rancis Bartholomew, Isaac Lucero versus Roberto Valenzuela Jr., and Luis Nunez versus Hector Sosa. Now, guys, we're going to get into this. Is what they're saying, end quote. I'm excited to get in the ring with Pitbull. I'm the perfect dance partner for him. That's someone I don't have to look for, somebody that's going to swing for the fences, end quote, said Lamont Roach to Fight Hub TV about his fight this Saturday, December 6th, against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Also, guys, end quote, he says, what better way to end the year out than with a bang? I think Pitbull is a great with what he does. He lives by the sword and he dies by the sword. He kind of perfected his craft, even though he has one craft. He has perfected it, and it works for him, end quote, said Roach. So, guys, tell me what you think about that in the comments section. If you have any comments, go ahead and put them in the comment section. Also, guys, again, today, you can call in the call-in number. Let me put that back up as well. Let me get used to this again. Ticker symbol down below, guys, right here. If you like to call in live, right here in the bottom. This is the call-in number. If you'd like to share your thoughts on boxing, that's what the live show is for. Also, some of the other people left some comments about this already. 7 hours ago, Pitbull left this comment. Looking forward to the whole card. PBC rocking it again. Go Pitbull. Yes, sir. Okay. We like that. And Sabriel Knievel, he left this comment 8 hours ago. This could be a late entry fight of the year. And Patrick says, one of the last comments, left it about 8 hours ago. When Roach fought Davis, there were times when the latter seemed to go easy on Roach for some obscure reason. Cruz, on the other hand, will be all over him from the first bell on. These are what some of the people, guys. Right. And what else isn't happening in the boxing news? Guys can post your comments on screen. We'll share them on screen. Also, you can call in the call-in number there, and we'll try it out for the first time. It's something brand new we're trying. Guys to come in on the line. And we're going early here during the day. See what the turnout will be. We might have to go back tonight if not enough people will show up. Shout out to Fanon International Boxing Talk. His show started at 8 o'clock this morning. Some of you guys might be over there. That's okay. All right. Let's go on. See what else is happening. Guys, what else we're going to talk about in the boxing news? Says Crawford walks away from Jake Paul wanting the Canelo money. I don't know if that's hell. It's in the news. We got to talk about it. Somebody put it in the news. Coach Bernie the Boxer, not the boxer, the boxer, THA boxer. Shout out to Bernie, Bernard Davis and his show. He's been on our show before for an interview. Bernard Davis says Terrence Crawford turned down, end quote, an offer to fight Jake Paul. He says that they weren't going to pay him enough money, which was $100 million. It's the same $100 million that Bernie says Crawford wants for the rematch with Canelo Alvarez. See what I got here, guys. Give me 1 second. Up there as well. Again, it's the same $100 million that Bernie says Crawford wants for the rematch with Canelo Alvarez. He doesn't say how much Jake Paul offered Crawford, but it wasn't enough to get him to agree. Now, Paul is fighting Anthony Joshua on December 19th, and he's reportedly getting $80 million for the fight, guys. If a similar amount were offered to Crawford, it will show how much price tag has increased since he earned that $50 million from his win over undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez. That fight was September 13th, 2025. Now, guys, Turki Al-Sheikh was the reason for Terrence getting that kind of money. Without him, a fight between Crawford and Canelo would have brought them in a fair less amount of money. They also say, quote, he told me he turned it down. I don't think they want to pay him enough, end quote, said Coach Bernie Davis to Mill City Boxing about Terrence Crawford turning down a fight against Jake Paul. Now, guys, it's $100 million. They definitely aren't going to pay him a $100 to get his ass whooped because Crawford don't know how to play no role. He doesn't know how to run, no script. He don't know how to do none of that. So Jake Paul would get his ass whooped, end quote, said Davis about Team Paul. Now, if Crawford says, is Crawford really worth $100 million, guys? His history of pay-per-view events has brought in disappointing numbers. This is what the writers are talking about. Crawford's pay-per-view history, they're talking about that this morning. Remember, I support Team Crawford 100%. This is just in the media, guys. Israel Madrimov, the 200,000 pay-per-view buys on DAZN and ESPN. When he fought Errol Spence, it was $700,000 pay-per-view buys on Showtime. And also David Avanesian, 120,000 pay-per-view buys on BLK Prime Network. And Sean Porter, they say 190,000 pay-per-view buys on ESPN. And when he fought Amir Khan, 200,000 pay-per-view buys on ESPN. And Victor Postal, they say 60,000 on HBO. But guys, Crawford fight against Canelo brought in 41,400,000 views on Netflix. But can you argue that this or that was because of the Mexican star, his dance partner? This is what they're saying, guys. In quote. So if they want to come up with 100 million, okay, they don't want to come up. So at the same time, you got the guy like Bud Crawford. You're trying to rush him into it. Why? Not going to do that. Who do you think you is? I just beat Canelo's ass, said Bernie. End quote. Crawford is going to miss out on a lot of nice paydays if he's insisting on $100 million for him to fight, because he's not a big enough draw without Canelo. Jake Paul would be the one bringing in the fans, not Crawford. This is what they're saying, guys. Don't blame me. This is not my opinion. Okay. Also, in quote, I'm read it up. I'm doing my world tour. This is what they say in quote, guys. I guess they're talking about Terrence. I'm breaded up. I'm doing my world tour right now. I'm not going down. No clown act. No circus shit. I beat fighters for real. I'm not going to do that. I'm still chilling. Come correct. I'm not saying it was disrespectful to Crawford. He's a huge name in the boxing game, especially now, guys. He's a face of boxing. I think it was unrealistic for them during that time for them to try and push it in at this short juncture. Nah, said Davis. But guys, what do you think about that? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments section as well. Comments online, or you can call in the number, guys. Moment. And we're getting into some of the other comments they left from this news story here this morning. Postgrad says, for Christ's sake, stop posting this clown's interview. This guy reminds me of skinny, loudmouth kid who talks a bunch of smack when he has boys around him. NZ left a duck, little duck, quack, quack, saying that maybe Terrence Crawford ducked somebody. Pitbull is back with his comment. He left this comment about 8 hours ago. Just he says, fickin' vacate Crawford. Stop holding up the 160-pound weight class. There's a few dogs there who were ducked by the gutless Alvarez, who deserves a strap fight. Postgrad also left this comment again 19 minutes ago. It's only been just under 3 months since the fight. What's the rush? Besides, we all know he only fights once a year anyway. Well, first of all, guys, if you go on YouTube, onto the Terrence Bud Crawford blogs, he's on a world tour. Uzbekistan, London, other places he plans on going. Also, he was over in Japan. Come on, guys. He's enjoying himself. Let him relax for a minute. He trained real hard. DJ Daz says, the reason Canelo Crawford did 41 million views is, number one, Canelo drawing power, of course, a lot of people believe. Number two, people with existing Netflix subscriptions like myself could watch it for free. Netflix may have picked a few new subscriptions. I would think too many. Then he goes on, I'm sorry, Crawford fans, despite his skills, Bud is not interesting enough and doesn't fight in an exciting enough manner to generate the kind of dollars he's demanding. I won't lose a wink of sleep if Bud never fights again because he's not offered the purse he thinks he's worth. Now, guys, Bud may have good boxing brain, but he doesn't understand how business works and how revenue for purses are usually generated. Turkey gifted both Canelo and Crawford higher purses than the fight was really worth. I don't think he will be foolish enough to do it a second time, especially considered how boring the first fight was. My opinion, guys, that statement there was by DJ Daz. Shout out to DJ Daz, left that comment. Max R also says, left this comment 9 hours ago. Says, for Paul, we'll stop there. He says, for Paul, it is smarter for AJ. He'd lose both fights anyway, but losing against a 245-pound guy compared to a 165 to 170-pound guy gets more credit. Guys, tell me what you guys think in these opinions from other people, what they're saying or sharing. Tell me what you think. That's the call-in number. Try to call that number and see if it works. I don't know. I set it up where we can take calls online. Tell me what your thoughts are. Again, the call-in number, if you're at work and you can't see, 402-965-1030. That's a brand new call-in line I set up this past few days. We're going to try it out here. Haven't got one call yet, but that's okay. But there for you to call in if you'd like to share your thoughts on boxing and tell me who you guys are when you call in, where you're from, and we'll get into it, let you guys vent for a minute or share your thoughts. All right. So let's go on. That was from DJ Jazz. One more comment. Max R. Okay, we already talked about Max's comment. Okay, let's find out what else they're talking about here in the boxing news this morning. Well, Garcia mocks Haney's belt chase. Go get Raleigh then, end quote. Let's talk about this for a minute. We have a lot of Devin Haney fans and Ryan Garcia fans. So Ryan Garcia, guys, believes that Devin Haney will lose against WBA welterweight champion Rolando Rolly Romero if he fights the same timid way he did against Jose Ramirez. Now, guys, Haney now has 33 big wins, 0 losses, and 15 KOs. Not my book. He has 1 loss. Ryan kicked his ass. Okay, and his dad, Bill, had been pushing the unification fight against Raleigh, who is now 17 big wins, 2 losses, 13 KOs, guys, all week since they won the WBO belt from Norman Jr. on November 22nd this past week. Also, guys, Raleigh's power changes everything. They go on to say, Ryan says that Haney will run the whole fight, end quote. He may be right because Raleigh is too powerful to be clinched 10 times per round the way Haney was doing in his ugly clinch-filled victory over Brian Norman Jr. Now, guys, the idea to relieve the erratic, flawed, sometimes chinny Romero of his WBA belt. I think Ishmael Barroso, that old man, kicked his ass. But, guys, then coming to the negotiation table with King Rye, now who's 24 big wins, 2 losses, and 20 KOs, in a position of power to get a bigger purse split of the loot. Now, guys, we also go on. Garcia still holds all the leverage. Because like Canelo, he brings in the most fans. Seriously, guys. I'll tell you what you think. He goes, I doubt that. Having 2 belts will be enough for Haney to get the larger slice of the pie against the more popular Ryan or even 50-50 deal. Bill must feel that it's worth a try. If it backfires on him with Raleigh knocking out Haney, Bill is going to be kicking himself afterward and laughed at by fans for steering Devin into this matchup. Interesting. Guys, we also, we do have some people leaving some comments already. I didn't hear that announced, but good morning. Good morning. Boxing, Jazz, and more. Good morning, bro. Guys, again, I always want to support Bruce. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. He has his own channel talking about boxing history. I think Tuesday they have boxing trivia night. So if you guys like trivia, I've been on there a couple of times for that. I'm not that smart with all the head concussions and brain injuries I had from fighting in the past and getting hit in the face with the butt of a handgun. But guys, there's Bruce. Hey, Bruce, thank you for stopping by, brother. I'll leave that up there for a minute. So tell me what you guys think. You guys can call in. You guys can hit the StreamYard link, and you can come on live as well if you want. Again, that's in the comment section as well, or the phone number. It's up to you. Okay, both fighters in this particular instance, guys, were absolutely horrible. Norman Jr. didn't want to take chances of getting dropped again after suffering a second-round knockdown, and Haney was his usual self, holding, not engaging, and fighting like a guy who has had confidence, doesn't have too much confidence in his chin anymore. Guys, if we're If I were Devin's dad, I would even consider him fighting Raleigh. He hits too hard. He like an old man, rusted landmine that had been buried in the ground for 40 plus years. It still could go off if messed with. Haney can just wait for the smoke to clear from Ryan's fight with WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on February 21st, 2026. Now, guys, the chances are Garcia will win and Devin can then fight him afterwards. If he loses, that's the problem. It still wouldn't be the end of the world as long as Garcia doesn't disappear for a year or get popped for a PED. He can return quickly and beat Ham and Egger, then face Haney. The fight wouldn't be as appealing as it would have been, but the matchup has lost much of the appeal that it would have. Okay. They go on to say, guys, I'm getting tired. The clinching problem Devin can't fix. They say Devin Haney clinches too much, guys. The things can't get too much worse than they are now. Haney has looked so bad in his last two fights that the performance has loses in the real sense. The only people who enjoyed them were Haney fans and those who like watching excessive holding. They call it smart boxing. Unfortunately for Devin, there aren't many of them, so his stock has dropped like a rock since his fight with Ryan. And that wasn't funny. Okay, end quote. How do you think Devin does against a puncher like Raleigh? I feel he runs the whole fight, end quote, said Ryan Garcia to Fight Hype. He was questioning how Devin Haney would do if he fought Rolando Rolly Romero in a unification fight at welterweight. And they go on, guys, and we're almost done with this. Why Rolly would walk Devin down, guys? Would he? It would be a mistake on Haney's part if he didn't run against Romero because he doesn't have the size or the power to nullify him in that way. Raleigh is too powerful to be nullified by holding, and he's not going to go limp and allow Devin to hold without clubbing him with a free arm. But guys, Ishmael Barroso kicked his ass. Come on, old man whooped up on him. Norman Jr. fought like a complete novice against Haney and never adapted. Raleigh would have an entire camp to prepare for Haney's holding tactics. I would leave him with one option, and that's to run all night as he did against Jose Ramirez. Now, guys, they go on. Devin's running won't save him here. I'll stop here maybe again, guys, and call in number again. You guys can call that number. Sharing the news with you here this morning. All right. Okay, let's go on. They say, no, I don't think Haney knocks Raleigh down, but the same fighter that fought Jose Ramirez shows up. I don't even think he wins. Rolando, was definitely more patient with me because if he would have got caught, it would have been trouble, said Ryan. Also in quote, guys, I want to see him fight Devin Haney. Why don't you fight him? That's a free belt, so why don't you just fight him? I don't think Haney likes the style matchup, end quote, said Garcia about his belief that Raleigh has the wrong style for Devin. Now, guys, also in quote, the Haneys love getting the belts. Why don't you call out Raleigh? And that's so easy. Go get it, end quote, said Ryan Garcia. Guys, that's some of the news there today. We'll see what else we're going to talk about. Anybody else like to come on? Good morning, Bruce. Again, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Right. Also, what else has happened in news? Let's see what some of the comments are on that, though, guys. Some people left some comments since I'm waiting for your comments. So we'll see what some other people have said about this fight. There are some people that do care. G Pimp says, that's G-P-E-M-P, G Pimp. He says, left a comment about 4 hours ago. Hard reads on this site. It's just horrible. The writers say the same things on every article, just biased and a real low level of boxing knowledge. Then Huckster says, left a comment 2 hours ago, and this is kind of, oh my crap. I'm not going to read a book, Huckster. Man, he left a long comment, but we'll try to get through it. This site is the twin sister of 24/7. I feel if I did author writing test, they may all be the same writer. That would be too disappointing. There's good and bad. At least the site keeps up with the whole fighting. Who avoid Garcia and Paul click words. Could not help myself on this one. Okay, he just goes on. I'm not going to go through this too long. Next person left the comment, Salsul Records. Sorry, Salsul Records, guys. I'm knocking my mic over. Okay, that's on live. He says, left this comment 10 hours ago. I don't want to see any more articles about the punk Ryan. Do you hear me? Alt-roll multi-rider. Okay. Drummer Cash left this comment 13 hours ago. Somebody's starving for attention. Trina, stay relevant. Boxing doesn't need Ryan Garcia. Interesting. Okay. Sasul records again. Ryan is a social media punk, just like that Paul Punk as well. Okay. Then by Palary, that's Bipalary, if I mispronounced your name wrong. Haney is obviously a much better boxer than Raleigh, but I believe Raleigh is a much better fighter. He showed something in his last fight. I hadn't seen him display discipline. A disciplined fighter with a big punch is always a dangerous proposition. If Joe Bugner can drop Ali, then Raleigh can drop Haney. Okay. And Drummer Cash says, Raleigh's horrible. Devin will outbox him all night. These are some of the comments some of the people are leaving in the media, guys. Right. Tell me what you guys' thoughts are on boxing here, or you can call in the number on the call-in line as well. We did talk about that. Also, Joshua's $80 million gamble. Let me pull that up real quick, guys. As well, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get used to some stuff here. Okay. That's not the one I'm looking for. In 1 second, guys. Maybe I don't have that one. That's okay. We don't have that one. All right, but let's move on. Okay, I just want to talk about this real quick. Oh my guys. All right, we talked about Isaac Big Crow Cruz's fight this weekend, Mr. Cruz. And this is the next story we're going to talk about. Some of you guys might like this fight, and some of you guys might not like this fight. Jake Paul named the 3-fighter hit list that he wants in 2026 after he defeats Anthony Joshua in December. A victory over Joshua, who is now 28 big wins, 4 losses, and 25 KOs. Next month will open the doors for the charismatic Paul to get a fight against anyone he wants in boxing, and he can literally have his pick or cherry picking fighters. His hit list for next year in 2026, they say, is Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Bud Crawford, and Tyson Fury. Sounds like Terrence Crawford already turned down Jake Paul. But let's go on. What would really anger Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, is for Jake Paul to defeat him on December 19th, then get a mega fight against Tyson Fury next. That's the guy that the Matchroom promoter Hearn has been trying to line up for AJ for many years. Seeing Paul get the fight that he's craved would be very upsetting. Now, guys, in quote, Canelo, Crawford, Tyson Fury, those are the names, in quote, said Jake Paul to the Schmo, that's SCHMO, when asked who he wants to fight in 2026, guys. But he also says, in quote, but I think Joshua and Canelo are the 2 biggest names I can possibly take on in the sport right now. This is what Jake Paul is saying, guys. Canelo would be a realistic option for Paul because he was interested in fighting him before he signed to fight Terrence Crawford this last September. In hindsight, guys, Canelo should have gone in the direction of Paul fight rather than face Crawford. It's not too late to make the fight still, guys. Also, end quote, just being fearless and give it all you got, end quote, said Andy Ruiz Jr. to the State of Boxing about what Jake Paul must do to defeat Joshua. Also, end quote, just hit him with the right hand. That's what Jake Paul is looking for, the right hand, because if he lands, he could do good damage, end quote. Again, he says. All right, we go on. Many people are overlooking the right hand power that Jake has in this fight. They assume that AJ will be victorious because of the size and experience and advantage. What they're failing to see, guys, is that Jake's power, youth, health, speed, and 36-year-old Joshua punch resistance doesn't appear to be what it once was, and he's coming off a 15-month layoff. Also, in quote, guys, before we finish off here, a lot of people are underestimating Jake Paul, but in reality, he's a good fighter and he's dedicated. That's what I like about him. I'm going to hit him up and give him some pointers, end quote, said Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, guys, what's some other people's comments in the comments section? We're waiting for you guys to put some comments in as well, guys. Share your thoughts on boxing. Young McKinsey Teo says, absolute delusional idiot you ever seen. Did he knock Fury? Did he knock out old folks home entrant Mike Tyson? No, he didn't. Then Paulie G82 said, Crawford would never fight Jake Paul because he would not job to him the way every other fighter Jake has fought. He'd knock his ass into the orbit and walk out with the bag. Okay. Now, B Zunish 223, that's BEZUNESH 223, 9 hours ago. He says, Tyson Fury said he is done with boxing if Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua, a world champion not that long ago, an Olympic champion as well. If Jake beats him, he might as well call out Usyk or a minimum Agate Kabayel, if you pronounce his name correctly. I'm going to stop there, guys. I'm just going through some of the box news just to find a more interesting story. That was some of the comments from that story. I mentioned that here this morning. What else is happening in the boxing world? Okay, let's go to a different site and see what else they're saying. Give me one moment, guys. I'm going to look up some other news. All right, guys. Okay, here's a brand new one. I might save this for later. They're saying Benavides does target third division, faces Zurdo Ramirez in Vegas. They're talking about that as well. Show that. Usyk, okay. Alexander Usyk says he wants to fight Deontay Wilder next. He is one of the greatest heavyweights of the last 10 years. And that here today. Again, talking about, did you guys also get to see the Whitaker fight this past weekend? I guess we'll talk about that real quick here if I can. Give me one moment. I was trying to add a file to this. Right, I guess that didn't work. I was trying something new here this morning. Right, one more time, guys. Give me 1 second. Talked about Lamont Roach and their fight earlier this weekend. Sorry, guys. Still practicing with the media thing here, guys. So give me 1 second. Okay, what they're going to talk about, Whitaker talks timing, but at the age of 28 years old, his window is shrinking fast. Well, we got some fans over in Europe as well, so let's talk about that real quick. Okay, Ben Whitaker says his fighting and winning a world title is all about timing. He says a fighter has to take their time if they want to become a star like him. The Eddie Hearn promoted Whitaker, who's now 10 big wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, 7 KOs, made a successful debut with Matchroom Boxing this past Saturday night, knocking out Benjamin Gavazi. 18 wins, 2 losses, 13 KOs for him in the first round in a 2 knockdown performance at the National Exhibition Center in Birmingham, England. While there are some doubts among boxing fans about the 2020 Olympic silver medalist Whitaker's lack of power and toughness to win a world title, those people are overlooking Hearn's ability to find the perfect situation for his fighters to win belts and keep them. Eddie Hearn can make Whitaker wealthy even without winning a world title. Look what he's done for Conor Benn. He's banked $20 million in his last 2 fights alone without fighting for a world title. He doesn't have the amateur background that Whitaker also possesses, guys. Also, in quote, they say, I believe I've got the skills. It's all about experience. In pro boxing, it's all about timing. So when I get there, I want to make sure I'm ready, end quote, said Ben Whitaker to Seconds Out after his win over Benjamin Gavazi. Whitaker's silver medal at the Olympics gives him an edge at home in the UK, making him instantly popular. Also, in quote, I feel like I've got the looks, the charisma, and the skills. That's why I want to touch down. I've got family over there, so I'm looking forward to it, end quote, said Whitaker about wanting to fight in the U.S. And when I'm out there, it's going to be good. He also says, end quote, that's what I like about Matchroom. They keep you active, and that's what I need. My last fight was in April, so it was a big chunk out. The fans want to see me fight, and that's what they need to see. Next year, when we want to keep the ball rolling and keep the wins coming, when you want to build a star like me, you've got to take your time, end quote, said Whitaker. We go on, guys. What's working against Whitaker is his age. He's 28 years old, guys, and just starting out. That means he's going to have to be moved quickly to get a world title before he starts aging out. That's what I was also in the news here today. I was waiting for you guys to come on and share more comments or call in the call-in number. I'm trying to get more comfortable with going live again. It's been a long time. Been on live, so we just started this past week a couple times. But this week we'll be on live again at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. We appreciate you guys stopping by as well. The call-in number for you guys to call in if you wanted to call in. 402-965-1030. If you want to call in, you can. I'm going to take a quick while we're waiting. If not, I'm going to get out of here, guys, because, hey, we got to get you guys used to being here time in the morning. But 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow morning. Live show is for you guys to share, not for me to just read the news to you. Okay. Other than that, guys, that will be it for me today. So we start getting more people coming on as well. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more stopped by to say hi today. We appreciate Bruce, like always. Inspiration of guys like him that sticking in there, hanging in with their channel and their show. So I appreciate it. But guys, that's it right now for this morning. If you want to come on, you still can click the StreamYard link. The number to call if you want to call in and share your thoughts on boxing. Just put up there one more time, and I'll head out here in a second. hit the StreamYard link at the top of the comments, and you can come on live and share your thoughts. Boxing. The comment section, this is the StreamYard link to come on live to share. Not going to keep begging you. Okay, that's good. All right, so guys, used to all the studio stuff. All right, guys, so I'm going to be out of here in 1 second. We appreciate everybody stopping by. We appreciate Bruce Gas Boxing Jet. I got to go try to handle some stuff I got to take care of. But appreciate you guys. If you guys like to be here tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, we'll be here at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. All the brand new subscribers, thank you again for your support. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you very much. Ring-a-ding-ding.
And don't forget, hit the bell notification button or share this as well. We appreciate everybody's time this morning for just stopping by real quick if you did. Everybody say goodbye to this pretty lady here, guys, and we'll catch you next time, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, or catch me with some other short news stories later on. Again, everybody have a beautiful day. Talk to you later.
Boxing is a tough sport, and my hat go off to all boxers because you got to be a certain type of brave type of person to do boxing. Just like just like air pilots that fly the airplanes. I never want to fly an airplane. I think you gotta be a tough person to want to fly a fucking airplane. Are you kidding me? What if I push one button wrong and I destroy everybody? Boxing kind of like that. You got to put your nerves on the guy. You got to believe in yourself. Pilots got to believe in themselves to land this aircraft.
Yes.
And I believe boxers are the same way. You got to believe in yourself to land that knockout. So my hats go off to you. I wish you nothing but the luck. I've been trying to find more clips on you to watch you because like I tell KO, I'm a casual boxing fan.